Nice to meet you. I'm Khatar Chuktai and you're watching my YouTube channel School of Advanced Chemistry. I'm going to explain October-November 2023 paper 1-1 variant 5070 O-level chemistry. Let's get started. Question number 1. In which change do the particles move further apart? A gas is heated from 0 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. Pressure is applied to a gas at a constant temperature. Steam condenses to form water. Water evaporates at a room temperature, and so on. A gas is heated from 0 to 25 degrees Celsius, then yes, the particles will move further apart because on raising the temperature, gaps are increased and particles move further apart. It's true. B. The pressure is applied to a gas at a constant temperature, then if the pressure is going to apply, then gaps will be reduced and particles will move towards each other, not further apart to each other. So this is wrong. 3. Steam condenses to form water. When steam condenses to form water, then again molecule get closer. The gaps between the molecule decreases. So it's again wrong. Water evaporates at a room temperature. Then yes, it is true. When water changes into the vapors, into the liquid, into the gaseous state, then gaps between the particle increases and they move further apart. And as a correct one, I mean fourth one. So 1 and 4, B is the correct option. Question number 2. Question number 2, data about compound is given. Both compounds have simple molecular structure. H2S compound, melting point minus 85, boiling point minus 81. PCl3, melting point minus 112, and boiling point is 76. Two bottles are placed close together inside a large container at a temperature of 90 degrees Celsius. One bottle is contain 1 gram H2S and the other one contain 1 gram PCl5. A detector is placed in the container 2 meters away from the two bottles. The two bottles are open at the same time. Which row is correct? There are 2 columns, 4 rows. The one column is compound that reaches detector first, and there is explanation. So first of all, this question is about the rate of diffusion. Which gas, which one is going to diffuse first? And you know that there is 90 degrees Celsius temperature. At 90 degrees Celsius, these both are in form of gas. These both are present in form of a gas. So these both compounds are in a gaseous state. If there are two gases and they are approaching, they are running, they are going to diffuse. So we can check their rate of reaction with respect to their masses. What is the mass of H2S and the mass of PCl3? Which one is having smaller mass? Its mass is basically 2 plus sulfur 32, and its mass is 31 plus 35.5 into 3 for Cl. Then obviously its answer will be higher than the answer of H2S. So the speed of H2S will be higher. Smaller the mass, higher the speed, and so on. So either A or B may be the correct option. Come towards explanation. Gas diffuses faster than liquids. No, because they both are gases. As we have seen that the temperature is 90 degrees Celsius. So they both are gases, not the liquid. No one is in form of liquid. And the next one is H2S has lower mass than PCl5. Yes, it is true. It is having lower mass, and that's why it's going to diffuse faster. So B is the correct option. Question number 3. Substances can be element, compound, or mixtures. Which row is correct? A, B, C, D, 3 columns. Element, which is the element? Copper is element. Methane is not an element. Nitrogen is an element, and oxygen is also an element. Which one is compound? Brass is not a compound, and this CO2, carbon dioxide, is a compound, and glucose is a compound. Now come towards the third one column. Either C or D may be the correct option. So which one is a mixture? Water vapors are not mixture. Yes, air is a mixture of different gases like nitrogen, uh, oxygen, argon, and so on. So D is the correct option. Question number 4. The letter X, Y, and Z represents different atoms. Which statement is correct? A, B, C, D. 4 options. I mean X 1940, Y 1939, and Z is 2040. Which statement is correct? X and Y are the same element. Yes, it is true because they both are having same number of proton. If the two elements are having same number of proton, then it means that they are belonging to the same element. So it is true. A is the correct option. A is the correct option. Question number 5. A student makes 3 statements. Calcium ion has 2 plus charge and the oxide ion has 2 negative charge. It's true. Calcium belongs to group number 2, so it makes calcium 2 positive, and oxygen belongs to group number 6, so it make 2 negative charge ion. Number 2, magnesium ions and oxide ions have same electronic configuration as neon. So magnesium ion basically Mg 2 positive ion that is having 10 electron now. Total electron in magnesium is equal to 2, but after the loss of 2 electron it is having 10 electron. Same is the case with oxide ion O2 minus. Initially it is having 8 electron, but after the gain of 2 electron its electron are also equal to 10. And same is the case neon. Yes, it is also having 10 electron. Neon is equal to 10 as well. So this is also the correct one. Option 1 is correct and 2 is correct. Third one, calcium ion has 3 full electron shells and magnesium ions has 2 full electron shells. Now what is the calcium ion configuration of the calcium? Calcium is having basically 20 electron. When it makes calcium ion, calcium 2 positive ion, then its first shell is having 2 electron, second shell is having 8 electron, and third shell is also having 8 electron. It's true. So yes, calcium is having 3 full electron shells. It's true. What about the magnesium ion having 2? Yes, there are 10 electron. So magnesium is having 2 electron in first shell and 8 electron in second shell. So this is also true. This statement is also true. So 1, 2, 3, A is the correct option. Question number 6, 4 statement about graphite, diamond and silicon 4 oxide are listed. Diamond and silicon 4 oxide are both very hard and have similar structure. Yes, they both are hard and they are having the similar structure. It's true. In diamond, each carbon atom is joined to the 4 other carbon atom. Yes, it is true. Silicon 4 oxide form a joint structure of the silicon and oxygen atom. Yes, it is true. Diamond and graphite both conduct electricity. No. Diamond doesn't conduct electricity, so 4 is wrong. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A is the correct option. Question number 7. Which row is correct? Compounds, molecular formula. A. Ammonia. NH3. No, it's NH4. It's wrong. Ammonia is NH3. Ethene, 2 carbon alkene, C2H4. It's H6, so it's wrong. Methanol, that is CH3OH, 1 carbon, 4 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. 1 carbon, 4 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. It's true, so C is the correct option. However, let me check the D option, propanoic acid, for my confirmation. In case of propanoic acid, this is the formula of propanoic acid, displayed formula. And there are 3 carbons, yes. How many hydrogens are there? 6 hydrogen and 2 oxygen. Hydrogens are incorrect. So it is confirmed that C is the correct and confirm answer. Question number 8, compound Y is the only substance formed when 500 centimeter cube of ammonia react with 250 centimeter cube of carbon dioxide. All measurements are at RTP. So basically at RTP we can change this volume into moles, and then we can find the formula of these all species from this given data of 500 centimeter cube and 250 centimeter cube. We can mark their generally their ratio. So ratio is basically the ratio of volume is equal to 1:2. So I'm going to suppose that the same ratio is lying for the moles. For example, as it's an MCQ's question, there is no need to show the reporting or any calculation. So 2 mole of NH3, if it is allowed to react with 1 mole of CO2 or 1 volume of CO2, 2 volume of NH3 and 1 volume of CO2, then it should be the compound that is having 2 nitrogen, 6 hydrogen, 1 carbon and 2 oxygen. So it will be the expected formula. This is the shortcut to solve this question. I'm going to take the simplest ratio of these volumes and I'm going to suppose them as a mole. So let's see over here, in which there are two nitrogen and there are 8 hydrogens, and again, where is 1 carbon, 2 nitrogens, and here is 2 nitrogen, 4 hydrogen, and there are 6 hydrogen strong. So 2 nitrogen, 6 hydrogens, 2 oxygens, 1 carbon. B is the correct option. Question number 9, how many sodium ions are there in 30 gram of sodium sulfate? So we are supposed to find the sodium ions in 30 gram of sodium sulfate. Whenever we are going to find the number of ions, then we will have to find the moles. So first of all, I'm going to find the mole of 30 gram of sodium sulfate. So what is its MR? First of all, I'm going to write its formula: sodium sulfate Na2SO4. The mass of sodium is equal to 23 into 2 plus the mass of sulfate is equal to 96. So what is the total mass? 23 multiplied by 2 plus 96, that is equal to 142. So 142 is equal to MR. What is its mole? 30 divided by 142. And that is equal to 0.211 moles. To find the ions, then we will have to multiply it with Avogadro's number. But let's see. 1 mole of sodium sulfate is going to have 2 mole of sodium ion. And to find the moles of sodium ion, first I'm going to find moles of sodium in sodium sulfate, that is 0.211 multiplied by 2. That is equal to the moles of sodium in this sodium sulfate, that is 30 gram sodium sulfate. So that is equal to 0.422 moles of sodium. So now these are the mole of sodium atoms or sodium ion, you can say. Now I'm going to change them into the ions. These are the mole of ion. I'm going to change them into ions. So 0.422 multiplied by 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23. B is the correct option. Question number 10, 3 compounds are listed: copper 2 nitrate, zinc sulfate, sodium thiosulfate. Which row shows the element that is present in greatest percentage by mass in each compound? Relative formula mass, MR of copper nitrate 188, zinc sulfate 161 and sodium thiosulfate 158. 3 columns, 4 rows. So let's talk about copper nitrate first. Copper 2 nitrate, there are two elements, which one is having more percentage. What is the mass of copper in this compound? There is only one copper, and one copper mass is equal to 64. So it is 64 divided by its MR, that is 188 multiplied by 100. In case of oxygen, how many oxygens are there? 6 oxygens are there. One oxygen mass is equal to 16. 6 into 16 is equal to 96. So 96 gram of oxygen is present over 188 overall MR and into 100. Same is the case for the other, but we can see that all denominators are same. 100 is same. In this case, the numerator is having low answer. In this case, the numerator is having more answer. So its answer, its percentage will be higher. Either C or D may be the correct option. In next thing, you can see that both are zinc, and again C or D may be the correct option. Now I'm going to jump towards the sodium thiosulfate. In this case, sodium, that is 2 sodium over here. I mean 2 into 23, 2 into 23, that is equal to 46 over is 158 into 100, that is the percentage of sodium in this compound. And sulfur 2s, that is 2 into 32, that is equal to 64 over 158 into 100. So again, we can compare the numerators, and this one is higher one, so its percentage will be higher. So sulfur will have high percentage of mass in this compound. So D is the correct option. D is the correct option. Question number 11. The complete combustion of 20 centimeter cube of the gaseous alkane X require 130 centimeter cube of oxygen. Both volume are measured at RTP. What could be the identity of X? First of all, you know that this RTP, we can change this volume into mole. We can find the mole of the gases. And however, there is the same ratio of the mole as that of the volume. Then yes, we can make it shortcut and we can find the answer as well. So in case of, if I'm going to suppose that 20 mole of alkane is going to react with 130 mole of oxygen, then what will be its simplest mole ratio? So the simplest mole ratio is divided by 20 and again divided by 20, and it is equal to 6.5. So 1 mole of alkane is going to meet with 6.5 mole of oxygen for the complete combustion. So I'm going to check these all options one by one. Butane, that is C4H10. If I'm going to react it with oxygen, then let's see over here, 4 carbons, so 4 mole of CO2 will be there and 5 mole of water will be there, as the 10 mole of hydrogen atoms are there. So what is the answer of oxygen? 4 2s are 8 plus 5, that is 13. So 13 by 2 O2 is the answer, and that is 6.5. That is 6.5, yes. And this is the, 1 mole of this butane is going to react with the 6.5 mole of oxygen to make this compound. I think A is the correct option. However, let me check the other options. Ethane, that is C2H6 plus again O2 goes to 2 carbons, so 2 mole of CO2 and 6 hydrogen, and there is 3 mole of H2O. 2 2s are 4 plus 3 7, so 7 by 2, no, that is not equal to 6.5, it's wrong. Methane, that is CH4 plus oxygen goes to 1 mole of carbon dioxide and half of hydrogen, that is equal to 2 mole of water over here. So what is the answer basically for oxygen? 2 plus 2, 4. So I'm going to write 2. It's a balanced equation. Again, it's incorrect. We need 6.5 mole of oxygen. In case of propane, C3H6 plus O2 goes to 3 mole of CO2 and 3 mole of H2O. So 2 3s are 6 plus 3 9, 9 by 2, and that is equal to 4.5. Again, it's incorrect. It is confirmed that A is the correct option. Question number 12, aqueous copper 2 sulfate is electrolyzed with copper electrode. Write the equation for the reaction occurring at anode. You know that the electrodes are made up of copper, and it is having the same metal ion, copper 2 positive ion. So if anode is made up of the same metal, then anode will be dissolved. Anode dissolves when it's having the same nature of similar metal ion in the electrolyte. So at anode, what will be the equation? Copper solid will dissolve itself to make copper 2 positive ion plus 2 mole of electron. So A is the definitely correct option, confirm option. Question number 13, statement about the fuel cells are given. A hydrogen oxygen fuel cell requires continuous input of fuel and oxygen. Yes, it is true. This fuel is basically hydrogen fuel. So hydrogen and continuous supply of oxygen is required. It's true. 2. In a hydrogen oxygen fuel cell, hydrogen is burnt in oxygen. No, there is no burning of hydrogen at all in this sort of fuel cell. 3. When a hydrogen oxygen fuel cell is operating, water is the only chemical product formed. Yes, it is true. Water is being formed. So 1 and 3, C is the correct option. Question number 14. Under certain condition, nitrogen reacts with oxygen to form N2O. The reaction pathway diagram is shown over here, and you can see that what is the activation energy for the reverse reaction. Here this is the delta H, and this is said to be energy of activation. So how to find the energy of activation for the reverse reaction? EA reverse is equal to basically EA forward minus delta H. So EA forward is this one, that is equal to plus 447 minus delta H is equal to 164. So what is the answer basically? 447 minus 164, 283. Energy of activation is always in plus. Plus 283 is the answer of energy of activation for a reverse reaction. So D is the correct option. Question number 15, hydrogen and bromine react to form hydrogen bromide. The bond energy data is given in the table. What is the bond enthalpy? What is enthalpy change for this reaction? And formula of the enthalpy change, you know, that is delta H is equal to bond energy, total bond energy of the reactant minus total bond energy of product. So in bond energy of the reactant, H, I'm going to mark there, going to draw their displayed formula. Br2 Br bond Br goes to 2 into HBr, so 2HBr. Now what is the bond energy of HH? That is equal to 436. What is the bond energy of Br? That is 193. So 436 plus 193 bracket close, that is reactant, minus 2 multiplied by HBr, 366. So what is the answer basically? First of all, come toward the first bracket, and the answer is 436 plus 193, that is 629, minus 2 into 366, and the answer is minus 103 overall. This is B is the correct option. So, I mean, when 629 minus 732. So the final answer is delta H is equal to minus 103 kilojoules per mole. Question number 16. Octane C8H18 is a hydrocarbon. When octane is mixed with excess oxygen, no change takes place unless energy is supplied. If energy is supplied in form of heat or electric spark, a change takes place quickly. The product of this change includes carbon dioxide. Which part of this description show that the chemical change? Number 1, octane is a hydrocarbon. No change takes place unless energy is supplied. The change takes place quickly. Carbon dioxide is produced. So basically, as you have seen that the product of this change is including CO2. The new sample is going to be formed, new substance is going to be formed, that is carbon dioxide. So this carbon dioxide, formation of carbon dioxide is going to show the chemical change. As the CO2 is produced, it is an indication of chemical change. Question number 17. A student plan to investigate how the rate of reaction changes when hydrochloric acid and calcium carbonate react. Calcium carbonate solid, aqueous HCl goes to salt, water, liquid, and CO2 gas. 3 methods are described. Record the mass of flask and content every 30 seconds for 5 minutes. And in 2, measure and record the volume of gas in syringe after 30 seconds. And 3, count and record the total number of bubble of the gas. We cannot count the bubbles in like that in such a way. So one thing is this 3 experiment is not applicable. However, what is the question? Which method could be used to measure how the rate of reaction changes? So this is inapplicable. One is applicable, as we are going to count the mass, change in mass after regular time interval. Yes, it is true. It can be used to find the rate of reaction. First, we will draw a curve, a graph, and then we can find the rate of reaction. In 2, yes, measure and record the volume of the gas with respect to time. So volume of the gas can be generally can be plotted against time to calculate the rate of reaction. Yes, it is true. So 1 and 2, B is the correct option. Question number 18. Aqueous bromine is an equilibrium mixture as seen over here. Br2 plus H2O goes to OBr negative ion plus Br negative ion plus 2H positive ion. Aqueous bromine is orange in color. Its color is orange, and the species on the right hand side of the equation are colorless. So these all are colorless. Change are made to 3 separate portions of equilibrium mixture. Which row show how the color of the mixture changes when small amount of each substance is added? Adding sulfuric acid, adding solid bromide, adding water. So by the addition of sulfuric acid, basically we are going to add more H positive ions, so it will move back towards the side of bromine. Equilibrium will be shifted towards back hand side, towards left hand side. So there will be more orange color. Darker orange color is the possible option because of addition of sulfuric acid. Next one column, adding solid bromide. In this case, again, we are going to add indirectly Br negative ion in form of solid bromide. So again, if we are going to increase the concentration of Br negative ion, then equilibrium will be shifted towards this one, that is the left hand side. And again, there will be dark orange color and so on. So either A or B may be the correct option. Adding water, if I'm going to add the water, so this time I'm going to increase the concentration of H2O. So this time it will shift towards the right hand side, and definitely orange color will be the paler one. So pale orange color, in this case, B is the correct option. Question number 19. Which substance does nitrogen atom have same oxidation number as the nitrogen atom in HNO2? What is the oxidation state of nitrogen in HNO2? Three elements are over here. HNO2. So what is the number? First of all, I will write hydrogen +1. Then for oxygen, it's -4, as two oxygens are over here. And overall sum must be equal to 0. So it must be equal to +3. So in HNO2, the oxidation number of nitrogen is equal to +3. Assume following oxidation number for the other element: H is equal to +1, O is equal to -2, F is equal to -1, and so on. Now, where is nitrogen +3? Let me check the first option, NF3. As we have seen that it's given that F is equal to -1. So -3 will be over here, and to make sum equal to 0, we will write +3. So in first case, here the nitrogen is also having +3 overall. I mean, A is the correct option. They both, this one compound and HNO2 compound, both are having the same oxidation state of nitrogen, that is equal to +3. Question number 20. Lime water is aqueous calcium hydroxide. Which statement about lime water is correct? It has a pH below 7. No, it's a calcium hydroxide. It's an alkali, basically a weak alkali you can say, but it's having OH negative ion. So its pH will be higher than that of 7, not the lower than 7. Next, it gives a blue-green color in a flame test. No, the color of the calcium is not bluish green. So it's incorrect. C, it react with ammonia to form ammonium salt. No, it never react ammonia. Basically, ammonia is also a base, but the reverse is true. It react with ammonium salt to give ammonia. So it's incorrect. D, it turns yellow when methyl orange is added. Yes, methyl orange show three colors: red, orange, yellow. Red in acid, orange in the neutral, when pH is equal to 7 at neutral point, and it's yellow in alkali. So yes, it is true. Its color will be yellow. Which two oxides will both react with aqueous sodium hydroxide? Question number 21. Which two oxides will both react with aqueous sodium hydroxide? The both oxide must be the acidic oxide, or one should be the amphoteric oxide as well. Calcium oxide, no, it will not react. It's a metal oxide and it's a base. Copper oxide, again, it's a base. So base cannot react together to give a chemical chain. Again, calcium oxide will not react. Zinc oxide, yes, it will react. Zinc oxide is an amphoteric oxide, but calcium oxide cannot react. So in next option, C option, copper 2 oxide and sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide will react, yes, definitely. But copper 2 oxide is a metallic oxide. Metallic oxides are the basic oxides, the few are amphoteric, but this copper oxide is just basic oxide, so it will not react. The last one option, sulfur dioxide is an acidic oxide, it will react. Zinc oxide is an amphoteric oxide, yes, it will react. Amphoteric oxide, yes, it will react. So D is the correct option. Question number 22. A solution of the sodium carbonate is added to tap water, a white precipitate form. Sodium carbonate is added in the tap water and white precipitate is going to be formed. So it means that we are having sodium carbonate. So sodium ions are over here and carbonate ions are over here. Basically, there is no any precipitate forms because of the sodium. So the precipitate is going to be formed because of carbonate. So which one carbonates are insoluble? Any other group 1 metal carbonate. It may be the group 2 carbonate, group 2 metal carbonate, group 3 metal carbonate, transition metal carbonate, they all will be insoluble. But it's saying that white precipitate is formed, so there might be the possibility of there might be the group 2 or group 3 metals may be there. So let's see over here. Cl cannot make the precipitate, it's a negative ion. Yes, magnesium can make, potassium cannot make, sulfate is negative ion, it cannot make precipitate. Potassium, again, it's soluble, it will not make the precipitate. So it is confirmed that B is the correct option. Question number 23, the characteristic properties of the element changes from left to right across the period 2 of the periodic table. On the left of the period, the charge on the ion formed by an element is number 1, same as the group number, number 2, negative. On the left of the period, I mean, he is talking about the group 1 and group 2, right? So on the right of the product table, there are two groups, group number 1 and group number 2. And he is saying the same group number. Yes, group 1 are showing +1 charge and group 2 elements are showing +2 charge. It is true, it is correct. And are they negative? No, they are not making the negative ions. They are making always positive ion. So only one is the correct. B is the correct option. Question number 24, which statement about the group 7 halogens is correct? Bromine consists of Br2 molecules at room temperature and pressure. Yes, it is true. Group 7 halogens are diatomic molecules. They always exist in form of diatomic molecule. So A is the correct option. It is confirmed that A is the correct option. However, let me check the other option. Iodine will displace bromine. No, iodine cannot displace because iodine is lower in the group and it is having less reactivity. So it cannot displace bromine from any compound. The C halogen become darker in color as the relative molecular mass decreases. No, they becomes darker in color when the mass increases. When their relative mass increases, so it's incorrect. The last one, halogen become more volatile as the relative mass increases. No, they become more volatile when the mass decreases, or they become less volatile when their mass increases. So again, it is confirmed that A is the correct option. Question number 25, a power cable requires an element that conduct electricity. Yes. It has relatively low density. Yes, to use as a power head cables from, especially when we are going to connect from to one city to the other city. Is ductile. Yes, it can be changed into wire. All three options must be there if you want to change an element into power cable. So 1, 2 and 3, A is the correct option. Question number 26, which diagram represents the structure of an alloy? Alloy is the combination of different nuclei. It is a combination of different sizes of different elements. So B is the correct option. There is combination of two type of nuclei, two type of atoms. One is shown by this dark circle and other ones are shown by the white circle. So B is the structure of alloy. Question number 27. Most metal react with oxygen in air to form metal oxide. Which metal form a metal oxide layer and that reduces its apparent reactivity? So apparent reactivity means its metal is initially more reactive, or you can say the highly reactive, but because of its metal oxide coating, it becomes less reactive or least reactive. So this is the one and only, that is aluminium basically in this sequence. Aluminium is the most active element, one of the good reactive element, but it makes oxide coating Al2O3, and because of this oxide coating, that is an inert coating, its reactivity decreases. So A is the correct option. A is the correct option. Question number 28, which statement about corrosion of the metal is correct? A barred method is needed to prevent the corrosion of the stainless steel. No, barred method is not required. There is a coating of chromium and nickel in stainless steel. So buried method is not needed in this case. The next one, iron corrode to make hydrated iron 1 oxide. No, it's incorrect. Iron 3 oxide is formed basically. So it's incorrect. Sacrificial production uses a less reactive metal. No, it is basically carried out with the help of more reactive metal, not the less reactive metal. D. When corrosion occurs, the metal loses electron to become a positive ion. Yes, it is true. When there is the corrosion, metal loses electron and it changes itself into a positive ion. So D is the correct option. Question number 29. Some metals are compounds. Some metals and the compounds in their ores are shown over here. Aluminium, calcium, lead, sodium, iron, magnesium. Which type of reaction occurs in the extraction of each of these metal from its source? So basically, when we are going to extract the metal from its ore, the reaction is said to be reduction. Generally, they are said to be reduction because we change the positive ion, metal positive ion, into pure metal, and this process is said to be reduction, and that is this one, reduction. This is true, and it's a straightforward answer. Question number 30, where statement about the natural sources of water and domestic water supply is correct. A. Chlorine is used to remove taste and odor in treatment of domestic water supply. Metal compounds from detergent can deoxygenate natural sources of water. And C. Photosynthesis provide oxygen needed for the aquatic life in the natural sources of water. Sedimentation remove nitrate in the treatment of domestic water supply. No. So basically, generally, the first one is incorrect. Carbon is used to develop the taste and odor as well. Again, metal carbonate from the detergent cannot deoxygenate. And C. Photosynthesis provide the oxygen needed for the aquatic life. Yes, during the photosynthesis, oxygen is made that is supplied to the that is used for the aquatic life. It is true. Sedimentation removes solid particles, not the nitrates. So C is the correct option. Question number 31. 31. Gases that may be present in the air are listed: neon, carbon monoxide, nitrogen, methane. Which gases are atmospheric pollutant? Carbon monoxide is pollutant, nitrogen is not pollutant, neon is not pollutant, and yes, methane is pollutant because it's a greenhouse gas. It's a toxic gas, CO is a toxic gas, and methane is basically greenhouse gas. So 2 and 4, C is the correct option. Question number 32. Which compounds are in the same homologous series? So, homologous series mean alkane, alkene, alcohol, or carboxylic acid, and amide, ester, and so on. First one, let me check the option A, first one. CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3, it's an alkane. Come toward the second option, CH3, CH. So there must be a carbon-carbon double bond. So it is an alkene and it belongs to the different homologous series. And in this case, CH3, yes, this CH3 is over here, CH3 and CH3. I'm going to write this one once again over here. CH3, CH, CH3, this one CH3 and CH3. This is also alkane, this is alkane, but here this is CC double bond, so it is an alkene. Incorrect option, they all are not from the same homologous series. In case B, CH2, CH, CH3, there is carbon-carbon double bond. Once again, CH2, double bond, CH, single bond, CH3, it's an alkene. Here you can see that here is a double bond, CH3, CH2, single bond, and CH double bond, CH2, it's an alkene. In this case, CH2, then CH, and CH2, and CH3. No, this is incorrect, I think. This is incorrect. I'm going to write it over here. CH2, double bond, CH, CH2, and CH3. It's correct. It's correct. It's also an alkene. So CH2 double bond, CH single bond, CH2 single bond, CH3. Yes, it's correct. So all these three options are going to have the same homologous series, that is alkene. And yes, it is true. So B is the correct option. B is the correct option. However, let me check the C and D. This C is having OH group, alcoholic group, but this is having acidic group, so it's wrong. Come toward the last option, that is alkane, and it's also alkane, but again this carbon-carbon double bond, it's alkene. So let's confirm that B is the correct option. Question number 33, the diagram below show four structures C4H8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which structures represent the same molecule? I mean, which one is having the same molecular formula and same structure formula, basically? Which one is having same structure formula or same name, you can say? So what is the name of this one compound? I am going to write the name. It's carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, and carbon number 4. Straight away, all carbons are lying in this longest chain, and its name is but1ene. What is the name of compound 2? Here there is the longest chain of 3 carbon atom, and this is said to be the branch. So its name is 2-methyl prop1ene. Come towards third one. Again, there is, this one is the longest chain. I mean, there is the longest chain having all 4 carbon atom, and so the 4 carbon atom chain start from but dash 1, 2, 3, 4. So double bond is lying over here 2, so it is but2ene. Again, if you want to mark the numbering, this is carbon number 1, this is carbon number 2, and this is carbon number 3. So 2-methyl, yes, 2-methyl propene. In case of 4, once again, I am going to select the longest chain, 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons are over here, and this carbon is not the part of the longest chain, and numbering will be started from this end, that is more closer to the carbon-carbon double bond. So this carbon is carbon number 1, this is carbon number 2, and this is carbon number 3. So 2-methyl in this case, 2-methyl prop1ene. 2-methyl prop1ene, 2-methyl prop1ene. So 2 and 4 are the same molecule, same compounds. 2 and 4, 2 and 4. D is the correct option. Question number 34. The displayed formula of the 2 organic compounds are shown over here. 1 and 2. What are the name of these compound? Directly now he is asking about the name. 1 carbon alcohol, that is called methanol. Meth for 1 carbon. Ene, I mean single bond, or alkane. Ol for alcohol, methanol. So either C or D may be the correct option. This one, I'm going to cut this molecule from here so that the both oxygen atoms are lying on one side and there is no oxygen group on the other side. It is going to be treated as a branch. So 2 carbon branch will be ethyl, and only 1 carbon atom is over here. So its name will be meth NOATE. Overall name is ethyl methanoate. So C is the correct option. C is the correct option. Question number 35. 2 products of the separation of petroleum are lubricating oil fraction and kerosene paraffin fraction. This statement is correct. Lubricating oil fraction is more viscous than the kerosene oil. Yes, it is true. Lubricating oil is lying at the bottom in the fractionating column, so it is having more viscosity. Yes, it is true. However, let me check the other option. Lubricating oil fraction is more volatile. No, it's not more volatile. It's less volatile. Lubricating oil fraction has lower boiling point. No, it's lying at the bottom of the column, so it is having more boiling point or higher boiling point than paraffin or kerosene oil. Molecule in the lubricating oil fraction have smaller chain length. No, as we move bottom towards the bottom of the column, so it is having more carbon chain length as compared to its other fraction, that is paraffin or kerosene. So it is confirmed that A is the correct confirmed option. Question number 36, an incomplete equation for the reaction of propane with chlorine is shown over here. A student writes three statements about this reaction. The activation energy for this reaction is provided by ultraviolet light. Yes, it is true. Basically, in this reaction, first of all, Cl-Cl bond is broken down. Cl-Cl bond is broken down with the help of UV light or with the help of, sunlight. Yes, it is true. The second thing is Ci3C has two different structure formulae. Yes, I'm going to check it. Three carbons are over here, and let's suppose the first carbon is having Cl, then CH2, CH2, and Ca3. 3, 2, 2, 7 hydrogen. Yes, one of the possible options is this one. Other one is isomer, maybe Ca3, CH, and this time I'm going to place Cl at this carbon number 2 in middle. So yes, it is true. This having two different structure formulae, two isomer, two different structure formula, two isomer. Yes, it's true. It is also true. X is an acidic gas. What is the X basically? Whenever we are going to make one Cl with a carbon, this is called substitution reaction. And what is the next compound? This is one hydrogen and one Cl. So yes, this gas is acidic gas. When it is dissolved in water, it gives acidic solution. So 1, 2, and 3 all correct. A is the correct option. Question number 37. Glycerol is an alcohol with 3 OH group per molecule. Glycerol, this one. What is the equation for the combustion of glycerol? So I'm going to write, first of all, its molecular formula. How many carbons are there? 3 carbons are there, and 3 oxygen. How many hydrogens are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and plus O2 goes to 3 carbons, so 3 mole of CO2 is formed or will be formed, and hydrogen, 8 hydrogen, so 4 mole of H2O will be formed. So what is the value of oxygen? 3 2s are 6 plus 4, overall 10. 3 are over here, so the remaining is equal to 7 by 2. 7 by 2 oxygen should be there, or we can rearrange this equation once again by multiplying 2. So 2 C3H8O3 plus 7O2 goes to 6 CO2 plus 8 H2O. So which one is the correct option? C is the correct option. C is the correct option. Question number 38. Question number 38. Compound X decolorizes acidified potassium magnate 7. Compound X has empirical formula C5H5O. Some possible structure of X are shown over here. Which structure could be correct for compound X? Once again, compound X decolorizes acidified potassium magnate. So in organic chemistry, in O-level chemistry syllabus, which one molecule can decolorize this oxidizing agent? This is the famous oxidizing agent, and only a reducing agent or any alcohol that can be basically react with this KMnO4 any alcohol can change the color of this acidified aqueous potassium manganate. So it must be an alcohol, and its second one, its empirical formula must be equal to C2H5O. Number one, this one, what is its empirical formula? Its formula is C2. As you know, it's alcohol. Yes, it's a primary alcohol. I mean, it can react with potassium manganate. Yes, it is true. C2 and H6O. So it's wrong. It's not having 5 over here. So it's wrong. Come towards the 2. This one. How many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons are over here. And how many hydrogens are there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And how many oxygen? O2. Yes, it's alcohol. And it can be further simplified to divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2. And it is C2H5O1. Yes, it is having the same empirical formula. So 2 is the correct option. Now come towards the third one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, this carbon is having equal to 4, and hydrogen are equal to 10. Oxygen is equal to 2. And yes, I mean, this compound is alcohol, and it can be simplified further into C2H5O1. That is the similar one. So yes, 3 is also correct. And what about the D, the fourth one? This fourth one is not an alcohol, so it's incorrect. 1 is incorrect, 4th is incorrect, 2 and 3, C is the correct option. Question number 39, which statement is correct? A filtrate is left on the filter paper during filtration. No. Basically, residue is left. Residue is left on the filter paper. B, a saturated solution contains only substance with a single bonds. A saturated solution cannot be having the single bond. This term is used for the organic compounds. A solute is a substance that dissolves a solvent. No. Basically, solvent dissolves the solute, so it's incorrect. A solution can never be described as a pure. Yes, it is true. Solution is a mixture, and it is never be a pure substance, or that is not the pure one. Question number 40, a student does 2 experiments. In experiment number 1, ammonium carbonate is reacted with dilute HCl. In experiment number 2, ammonium carbonate is heated with aqueous sodium hydroxide. In each experiment, gas evolve is tested with the damp blue litmus paper and damp red litmus paper. So in experiment number 1, we are going to use ammonium carbonate with dilute hydrochloric acid. So because of the carbonate, I mean, the acid is going to react with the ammonium carbonate. And in this second case, aqueous sodium hydroxide and ammonium carbonate is going to react. In this case, as it's an ammonium compound and this is a sodium hydroxide, basically, they will react to make ammonia gas. NH3 gas will come out, and it will turns red litmus paper to blue. And in first case, basically, that is a dilute hydrochloric acid. Here, this HCl react with carbonate to make CO2 gas. Carbon dioxide gas will come out because of this carbonate and acid reaction, and it will change the blue color into red. So in first, blue to red, red to blue. Which row correctly shows the color of both pieces of the litmus paper at the end of each color? So it will be red finally, and it will be blue finally, and so C is the correct option. That's all about this paper. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon, and share it with your friends. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.